Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Gonna go over my stock scans for Wednesday, July 19th, 2023. Always start out with looking at situational awareness and summation for the market breadth. See which way the winds are blowing. On the top here, I have indicators that are bullish. On the bottom, I have indicators that are bearish. And I'm just looking to see if we're more bullish than bearish. 459, 338, bullish. 63.20, bullish, 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 bullish. Everything's still bullish. Second set of indicators, same thing. Bullish on the top, bearish on the bottom. Bullish, bullish, bullish. Everything's still bullish. Summation for on the weekly, we've got 75% of stocks above their 40-day moving average. The 5 EMA weekly is above the 10-week moving average, and prices above both moving averages. It's bullish. RSI showing power on the weekly for the SPY. Anything above 70 is power, not overbought. Stoch is overbought, MACD's positive, VIX is below 20. Let's look for the NASDAQ. Five-week moving average is above the 10-week moving average. Price is above both averages. It's bullish. RSI above 70. Same thing as the SPY. So we're in a bullish market still. Nothing's changed. Good, good, good. Okay, let's go through the power stock scan. Let's make sure it's set up right. There we go. So there's 250 stocks. That's more than average. And I'll point out anything that looks interesting here. RXST, I've been watching that since this breakout. Not really moving a lot. Consolidating again, kind of like the couple days ago. 2 down days, consolidation popped again. Stock's definitely an uptrend. It's not running very much. This whole move is 11%. Nvidia still moving up. MLTX. I thought about getting in the stock here. I mean, it's moved up 10%. I wouldn't buy it here, but if you got it, hold it. BBIO, wait for setup. Grinding higher for MLB. I am in IMGN. I bought it on this day here. And it's gone sideways. And I'm looking for a push above 20 here. It pushed up, but then it closed below. That's not a real strong sign, but it's above the 5-day EMA. I'm still going to hold it. Beazer Homes consolidating. You could have bought this today if you wanted to see if it was going to break out. This is a strong stock. I would like to see if it gets above 30. Let's put in at 29.70. We'll create an alert here. ADVM running. There's no setup there. Hold it if you own it. Carvana. If you guys watched my video yesterday, I was ranting about how the prior day here they moved their earnings date from August 3rd to today. And they made that announcement at 4:05 p.m. Eastern Time, which is 5 minutes after the market closed. They made the announcement saying they would give their earnings report in pre-market the next day. Stock was down 10% in after hours. What I said was, if you're going to, as a CEO, if you're going to move the earnings date ahead and make an announcement after market close for pre-market earnings, your report better be magic. Otherwise, you've just ended your career as a CEO. No one would trust you. No one would buy Carvana stock. Well, the report was magic. Stock went up 40% today. In after hours, it was as high as 62. This is a stock I've owned since 29 here. When it goes up this much, start taking profits for sure. Maybe you don't need to sell it all. Hold it until you want to hold a piece until it falls below the 5-day EMA. But when it starts going parabolic, start trimming profits. 25% today, 25% tomorrow. Hold a little bit for when it pulls back. You never know how high these can go. I mean, it might top out tomorrow. Got some resistance here at about 59 or 60. But if it gets past, what's the high here? If it gets over 60 and stays, I mean, it can run to 100. That's kind of the next resistance. If it does that, I want to have some left over. It's a fun day for Carvana. VRM, it's too low. Dollar volume, though. It's a $2.67 stock with dollar volume over 104,000. I don't know if this is also a play with Carvana, but I don't play stocks this low. AAOI, that's just consolidating. XPO had a breakout here. I mean, the buy was really there, so hold it if you got it. Semiconductors pulling back, NVIDIA's pulling back, SMCI's pulling back. Consolidating. Well, I don't like this setup, I wouldn't buy it here, but that's a strong stock. It's decent dollar volume, but it's pretty low price. I mean, I won't buy it, I'll just stay away. AMPH, I think I called a buy on this yesterday, up 2%. I don't like the wicks, but the volume looks good. Market, might start chopping around here. We've had big moves. Tesla, the stock's not responding well to earnings after hours today. Might start getting some chop. Seal, too low. I like this. I like the setup here, though. That's a good setup there. I like that. It's strength. It's not, it doesn't have great consolidation, but you can tell it's in an uptrend. And when you get moves like that, they're usually going to run for a couple days. Consolidating on Weave. Dollar volume's low. IONQ. I own this, and see what happens. This is such a choppy trader. It's frustrating. Bought it here, got sold out here. Didn't know what was going to happen the next day. Wanted to make sure it, that it might have a real breakout. Bought it here. Sorry, they're right there. Down day. If it goes below the 15 or 5-day EMA, I'll sell it. I'm hoping it's going to bounce. Keep going though. SAI. Yeah, 4%. The ADR is kind of low. Yeah, I don't like. But there's no setup there anyway. But Upstart keeps running. Bought the stock here. It's been strong. 40%. That's a good gain. Got a call option on it as well. Since 40, and hope it keeps going here. A lot of strength. MDB I'm holding as well. Bought it here on the day it broke out. Excuse me. Nothing day. Market was up. It went up a little bit. And no dollar volume. This is great setup though. Look at that. Makes a move. It's in a solid uptrend. Makes a move, consolidates. If it closed, you know, at the high and had bigger volume, it'd be a great setup. Yep, new IPO. Yep, I wouldn't even think about buying this. It gets tighter and tighter, just goes sideways, and then boom. I mean, it's just the volume's low. Keep this set up in your head. What's it look like on the weekly here? Power RSI. RSI weekly is above 70. This is power. This is what my scan, one of the things my scans looks for. These are power stocks. Stocks making moves. Stocks in uptrend. Stocks moving. Consolidating. Hold it. I already got a price alert for DraftKings. SIF too low. Gas grinding higher. I've been watching this for a while. Broke out here. Again, it's a $3 stock. Like, I don't really play these, but just been watching it grind higher, and then when this happens, sometimes it just bursts to the upside and has this kind of blow off top day. But today it tanked below both moving averages. That's a sell. I mean, it might bounce up, but as soon as it did, I would sell it. These are usually garbage companies anyway. This is a crypto miner. Looks like they're setting up. These are, you know, choppy as well. Dollar volume's low on this one. ELF. That's a break. If it doesn't hold the 20, that's a break. Closed on the lows, higher than average volume. I would sell that today, but if I owned it. I don't like this setup. I'd pass. PLTR, I own this one as well. Hasn't moved as nice as Upstart, that's for sure, but it's still moving up. I don't like this candle. Still, it's above the 5-day EMA. I'm going to hold it until it closes below. I don't like that setup for CLSK. It's a nice breakout. Didn't get any follow through, but the volume's too low anyway. Riot, another, you know, crypto miners. Kind of looks like IREN, you know, pulls back a couple days, they're up. I mean, the setup's not great here. This was a good setup. Late setup. This was the move right here this day. Tight, 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 tight all these days, and then a range expansion here. Oh, but that's not a setup yet. Hold it if you got it, but I would hold it if I got it. GBX. This will be interesting to watch. The volume's not there. Dollar volume's not there. Big move. Tight here. It's just been consolidating this range and then get a range expansion, close at the high. Power RSI. ADR is low. Here's where, I mean, the setup looks good. The stock is not a big mover, but the setup looks great. You got to decide if you're going to deploy your capital on other stocks that might move more. You know, we'll add this to the list. Don't know if I'd buy it though. No dollar volume. RXRX. Low price stock. $15. 398 million. I like stocks above 50. That's this. Look at the volume coming in the last couple days. I'd buy this today. I would have bought I didn't buy it, but I would. It's an IPO, or, you know, recent IPO. Big volume coming in. I wouldn't go full position, but I do a half position here just to see what happened. Like that setup. This is why I don't trade these low stocks. Big volume pop, consolidates, and then boom, like that should go. And then it turns right around and closes below the low of the prior day breakout. Like that's what you get with $5 stocks and low dollar volume. That's why I don't trade these types of stocks. You don't trust the break. I don't trust them. I don't trust the breakouts. Rather be in highly liquid stocks that, you know, you think big money's going into. Big money's not buying that stock. Volume's too low. Cuck. Dude, been watching this one. Broke out. This is what worries me. A lot of these breakouts now are just reversed the next day. That's not a good sign. Doesn't mean sell everything, but just keep it in the forefront of your mind that some of these stocks are starting to, the breakouts are reversing. The breadth hasn't changed, but the breakouts might stop working. Coin. So you got IREN, you've got Riot, Mara, this one. Oh, that's tempting. $110. I'm just going to set an alert at 111. See what happens tomorrow. How's this look on the weekly? It's getting there on the RSI. It's getting there. That's a good sign for the crypto stocks. This is tempting. XP consolidating. Not worry about that stock. Sim, sloppy trader now. Bought it here, held it, sold it here for right around break even. Looks like it, you know, yesterday when I was talking about it, and I thought I could either get above here or it was going to double top. So we'll see. I mean, It did not close below the 5-day EMA. So, according to how I traded, I should be holding it. I didn't though. I sold it. I didn't like this double top action, so watch it go boom tomorrow. But we'll see. Market, the futures right now, because of Tesla earnings, are down, especially the NASDAQ. See what happens. Mara, all the crypto stocks had the exact same pattern. None of them, maybe Coin. Coin looks like the best setup to me right now. Series just moving up. I mean, that's not a buy. Should have bought it here. Or maybe even here. 15%. But, go back to the, yeah, I mean, it's $5. Don't buy that. I wouldn't buy that. Shopify just consolidating. I mean, I wouldn't buy this now. Like the volume coming in. Let's look at it on the weekly. Yeah, that looks good. It's kind of extended, but yeah, I wouldn't buy that here. I was wondering if Oprah could get to 25, but it ran right into the 10-day moving average. We'll see if it dumps again, goes sideways. I think that moves over though. Rocket Companies, real estate. Not convinced on that yet. Not convinced real estate stocks are going to start soaring. And although Beazer Homes, I do have a price alert in on. ON. Bought this here. Kind of broke out of this range. It's just gone sideways. See what happens. If it goes below the 5 and day EMA goes back into this range, I'll definitely sell it. Let's check the weekly. It's not quite in that power zone. Could be at a double top. It's making higher lows though. I like that. Kind of coming into resistance right here. Yeah, it's make or break. We're gonna either break out or fall back off resistance. Market's been good though. Like breakouts have been working. Nikola still on the radar. Not buying that though. Joby. I've been hunting this one and hunting it. And then it tanks. Just falls right through. Moves over. Volume's high. This looks just like OPRA to me. The move's over. And the move was from 4 to 12. AI. Not touching this. This is a very, I've been in and out of it. It's a sloppy, sloppy trader. This is why the 5-day EMA works. Breakout here. And never closes below the 5-day EMA except right there. Now, when it does this bar right here, you need to be taking some profits. That move. 44% comes in, you know, goes sideways, consolidates, breaks out, and then goes nowhere. Maybe you break even or get a little gain when it closes below the 5-day EMA. Yeah, I wouldn't buy that. RSI is not high. It's just kind of basing. That's not breaking out. It's moving around in its base. Ring Central. Is this the doorbell company? Yeah. It's not a good setup for Generac. Yeah, nothing to see here. $3 stock, dollar volumes at 6, pass. Plugs bumping into the 200-day moving average. Sloppy right now, no setup. I wouldn't buy Peloton here. This looks interesting though. All the moving averages are really tight together. Like they're all just going sideways and they're super close together. You've got a down day, it catches right up. Like that's a big bar. That's down, you know, almost 10% that day. Holds the 10, holds the 10-day moving average right here. Here's the 5, here's the 10, here's the 20, holds the 10. Now we're going up. Interesting. Flag it. Peloton though, I mean that company's COVID's over. People are back at the gym. I can barely get a machine at my gym at night, just waiting and waiting and waiting. Drives me nuts. Keva, I was super interested in this one yesterday. Down. Like this is how you know we're going to go sideways or pull back. I see a lot of these today. A lot of these. So it makes me think that the market's running out of juice. Might be time to take some profits. Nvidia, I mean, just still above the 5-day EMA, holding. I'm in NVDL. Oh, started coming back around again. So copy flagged. flags. Okay. Let's check the IPOs. I always like this flag, or this list originally gets sorted by the highest stock movers in the past 75 trading days. I just like to see which ones are on the list. And there you go, Carvana, number 2. Most of these are, you know, oh, Nerve is back on the list. QBTS, that's recent. IMGN, holding that. I'm really hoping this thing busts out. Bimmy. Look at this I mean, we're still kind of looking at these stocks that have run, but just look at the volume that starts to come in here, right here, as it's running. Based for a long time. Daily RSI goes boom right there. Way too low a dollar volume for me. You know, the price is $2. It's not even 1 million shares. I just like watching this though. This is just pretty. Pulls back, goes right below the 10, but then pops right back up, and then just goes from 4 to 12. That's how that looks on the weekly. Yeah, I mean, just power RSI right from there. Right from $3. Boom. Upstart's on there. All right, let's get to the IPOs. Excuse me. KNF. It's a flag. What do you know? Excuse me. Dollar volume's low though. Basic materials building. Sure, why not put an alert at 45.10? No volume. Flexible income ETF. Wonder if this one will get going. Low volume, going sideways. Got a range expansion here, 10% with a float of 8 million. Wonder if the day traders will get a hold of that one. Yeah, no volume. Oh, jeez, I'm looking at the weekly. My mistake, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go back a few. No volume. $2x Bitcoin strategy ETF with no volume. Okay. This is interesting. We looked at this yesterday. We've got a couple tight days here. Dollar volume is low. It's higher today. I wouldn't buy it here, but yesterday was the day, but you should have bought it if you're going to buy it, but it just didn't look. I didn't like the way it closed. See if it runs. Restaurants. Like the setup, no volume. And we're into this. That's the end of the IPOs. So we've got GBX. That's a buy. Peloton. If you made me choose, I'd probably buy it. It's running right into the averages, though. I'm avoiding this, but I'm interested to see what happens. Setup looks good. Here you hit a low, lower low, double bottom. Is this a higher low? Then we're gonna go up. Tune in tomorrow to find out the next exciting episode of Will Peloton Move Up? All right, that's all I got for the video, ladies and gentlemen. If you like what I'm doing, like watching me go through my scans, please like and subscribe. Good night.